Pero Donnie, speaking about those support systems, bro, you're also known, and I mean this in the best way possible. You're known, of course, for having, you know, that security around you when it comes to your family. Of course, when it comes to work, you have people who are experienced, who know the industry, who have been in your shoes, around you. So, um, how does that really help when it comes to like decision making? When it comes to, for example, accepting a project, something like that.
Oh, it helps a lot, dude. Um, I think you really have to have mentors in your life. You can't just go through whatever alone, diba? I mean, I'm sure you do too. And my parents obviously are some of my mentors. Not all the advice I get in life obviously are from them, but a lot
Yeah.
are. And they're very supportive. They it's obviously true they've been there with me since day one. So,
Well,
they didn't even know. Yeah, they didn't even know that I wanted to enter showbiz in the start. So it all came
oh,
as a shock.
really?
Yeah, dude.
So how did that conversation go when you talk to them and be like, "Hey, mom, I want to do what you did. I want to act."
My mom thought
Kamusta
I was
yan?
joking, dude. Because I was in high school and I was like, I was focused on like sports, probably, usually kasi straight from high school, you go to college, and a lot of people from my high school go to
Yeah.
college abroad. My siblings all went abroad. Bench will probably go abroad. So me, I think that's what they all expected. Um, but then when I started, posting on social media and getting a feel for maybe how the industry would be like, I went through workshops. High school days, bro. I would go to workshops. Like Saturday, because we live far, diba? So
Yeah.
Saturday, I would drive at freaking 5 a.m. And you know this, you can't be late, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah. You
can't be late to
cannot.
Star Magic
You
Work. You
cannot.
cannot. You won't be able to enter. So it starts at 8 a.m. and I had to drive at 5 a.m. every Saturday to go to workshops. And I think that's when my parents started saying, "This guy he's serious, huh? He's
Serious.
really like trying
Uh,
to learn as much as he can and like get a feel of the business." And I was like, "Yeah, mom. I mean, why not? I mean, I
wait,
just want to get to know."
Donnie, am I right? Maybe I'm hoping my memory is right, but this happened a very long time ago. Tama ba ako? Like, there was one point where you got into a car accident and then you still came into workshops.
Yes,
Was that
yes,
you?
yes, yes,
That
yes.
was you.
Bro, your
I was
memory
like,
is so good. Your memory
it's
is
like,
so good, dude.
so what
How
happened,
did
guys?
you
Just to paint the
remember?
picture with you, is Donnie. Oh yeah, we were actually
Oh my.
together in the same work, right? So we had workshops with Direct Ryan. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm with a different acting coach now. And Donnie's very good at acting. Di na kailangan ng acting workshops.
Wow.
But we used to be with with Direct Ryan of Star Magic, and very very strict. You have to like come in. You have to have prepared your scene project, and all of that stuff. Tapos si Donnie, I remember coming, like he's walking in and he's like, he looks tired and he's like medyo parang pagod. And I was like, bro, you okay?
I
He's like,
think
dude.
tired is an understatement, bro. I think I look devastated.
And he walks in and it's like, bro,
Oh
I don't
my
know what
god.
you said. I just had a car crash or I just had an accident. And I was like, why are you
Yeah.
here? I was like, you should get a
Yeah.
checkup but that just goes to show this guy's drive. And I'll be the first one to say it. Donnie's probably one of the most professional people that I've met um, in the industry. Always has that work mindset. How did you develop that? Did you develop that when you came into showbiz, or because of your parents, or did you have that already before? Professionalism.
Saying that, bro, I think early on, even Mix can attest to this. There were times where I would be late and
Mm-hmm.
and not very organized. That still happens nowadays, but I think I had to learn kind of the hard way the consequences because growing up, in high school, a lot of times I'm the type of person who leaves things to the last minute. Like I
All right.
I if I have a deadline next week, okay, I'll work on it the day before, diba? So that's like how I was, and I think it took a lot of experiences that I need to go through to make me hopefully change that mindset. And there are still times where right now I'm still unorganized sometimes, I'll be late sometimes, but for the most part my dad always tells me Donny, you have to be on top of things. Donny, this is not a joke anymore. Um,
Yeah.
you're old enough to make decisions that will reflect who you are, like what you stand for, and you have to respect other people as well. So maybe it has to be from my parents. It has to be from my parents, mostly my dad, because he's a motivational speaker and
True. Yeah.
a trainer. So I learned a lot from him.
Okay, can I ask Donnie? Are there any lines like, especially, I have my dad who's not a like a motivational speaker, but he does some public speaking, and he has like these one line phrases that always get to me, that always just annoy me because he says it all the time. Does your dad have that? Like my dad's personal one is "Givers gain. If you give, you'll gain back without expecting." Yung mga ganun. Does your dad have one of those lines?
Um, dude, you know the worst is when it's not the worst, but you can't say no. Like if he
Yeah,
quotes the
yeah.
Bible, you're like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay. Like when you're, for example, like I don't know, like you don't agree with him with something, and then he's like, Donnie, blah 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 blah. Like he says this verse, and I'm like, how can you fight him? You can't
Yeah,
fight
you
him.
can't. You
So
can't.
yeah, that's wala na. Like you just have to accept it. But I think one thing my dad says a lot that I really admire is probably, well, he calls himself the chief disturber, because he
Okay.
says you can't change a person, you can only disturb a person. That person has to change. So if like I want you to behave a certain way, for example, I can only influence you to think a certain way or disturb you to get to that path, but you at the
Mm,
end will make that choice. So that's something he says a lot. You can't ever change a person, you can only disturb.
very true. That's a
Yeah,
huge piece of wisdom.
I know, right?
Atiana, let's put that in the when we have the highlights of this episode, ilagay natin yan sa sa teaser. Kasi
Frankie, lagay
magandang
mo na,
line 'yan.
Frankie. Lagay
The
mo na,
chief
Frankie.
Frankie. Frankie Pangilinan. But of course, okay, hey dude, coming from that, you mentioned a while ago having a lot of experiences um that taught you, that molded you. I guess that you could say disturbed you the same way that your
Mm.
dad teaches you. So, did you ever have like an experience on set or coming to mix or to I want or whatever, where you got in trouble or like reprimanded for coming late or for not taking it as
Bro,
seriously?
I'm sure you know the story in Mix. Come on. Don't lie.
No, no, I
Do you
don't. I'm
know?
serious.
Do you know what
No, no,
happened sa
no.
Lucena?
Wala, I don't know.
Okay.
Hindi ako chismoso
So
eh.
our call time was 5 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. In the gasoline station in like SLEX or something. I set my alarm to 4, my phone. But then my phone was low bat. So it died before it alarmed, basically.
Okay.
I Yeah,
Oh
either
no.
that or basta something happened and I didn't wake up. Okay. But I always set my alarm. That's always something I do. And my
Yeah.
driver was here, like waiting for me to leave. I woke up at like 7.
Wait, at what time?
With 7.
Oh no.
With the mix crew waiting in the gasoline station with like Sir Andre and everyone. This was like 2018. And I was just like, yup, that's it. Goodbye, Mix. I mean, I'm so sorry. I just ruined my life. My job's gone. And I was just like, guys, like, what do I do? Like, are they still? Don't tell me they're still there, because I'll drive to freaking Lucena, diba? But
Yeah.
apparently they were just waiting the whole time, and I was so embarrassed. So yeah, I got
Uh,
there, and thankfully Sir Andre didn't embarrass me in front of the whole squad, because then that would ruin the whole trip. But then we obviously had a talk after, and I learned from it for sure. I learned
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna blame my alarm clock. At the end of the day, I should still be awake and I should be on top of things. So that was definitely a learning experience for me. But then the trip was amazing. Don't get me wrong. It was just that time na meet up. And one of the best trips. We had mixed grand fan meet, we had mixed adventures, and everything just happened normally. But it's just that meetup that really, like, that was probably the worst instance where I was late.
Oh wow. But to
Yeah,
everyone
bro.
watching, so 4.6 thousand people, wow, who are watching.
Are you
Um
kidding?
to all
You're
of you,
kidding.
yeah, and that No, 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 dude. Ito. You can see it. 4 point. I sort of see it. Yeah. But
Yo. I just feel like, you
there's
know why? Because I just feel like we're talking, Edward. I don't even, I
yeah, I
forgot
know.
that there's a lot of people watching.
Catch up lang to.